Good afternoon, how are you today? This afternoon I'm going to clean up my potting bench, add a little bit more storage. I'm going to attach a light to above the shelf area. This shelf was in my attic. I had it in my boys' room years ago. I have lots of shelves up there. I'm going to add this shelf across the middle of the doors, add a light just above it. But before I do any of that, I'm going to sand the doors, distress them a little bit more. Not sure if I'm going to paint them or not. You're probably wondering why I'm adding a light. In the summertime here, it gets really hot, and it stays hot up until about dusk. And sometimes because our summers are so long, I don't really want to come out and do a whole lot at the heat of the day. By installing this, I'll have a little bit more light in the evening time to either repot plants, anything that I need to do out here on my potting bench. I have a sander that I'll take to these in just a minute. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint them or not and what color I'm going to paint them. I think the more I get into sanding them down, I'll know. These doors my husband found on the side of the road. Here where we live, we have what's called Big Item Week. And once a year, you can pretty much put anything that doesn't fit in your trash can out on the curb, and the city will come by and pick it up. It's trash. And when he found these, he thought, oh, maybe I might like it against the backside of my potting bench. And we're just now getting around to getting them sanded down, cleaned up, and adding some more storage. Really like how it turned out. At first, when my husband showed me these doors, I was a little bit on the fence. I don't know, I'm not sure. I couldn't see the vision of these doors. When he built this potting bench for me out of scrap wood. We didn't buy anything to build this outside of, years ago I purchased this shelf. Everything else connected to the potting bench was scrap wood. So the only thing I've really purchased was the light, and I got that one of the big box hardware stores for about $35. When Big Item Week comes around, because we live in an older neighborhood, a lot of people are redoing their fences after having their fence for 30-40 years. And so my husband picked up old fence boards, and he's built me a bench for my garden, and he's built me this potting bench. And he said originally he was going to build me shelves to go against the door. And I remembered that I had a couple of shelving units in the attic, and I thought, well, let me bring them down and see what they look like. go in, take the sander to that and rough it up a bit. I'm not sure. I wasn't ready to do that quite yet. I didn't know if I wanted to keep it all one color. I chose not to paint the exposed wood for now, but I think I'm going to buy some black chalk paint and paint the exposed part, then wipe it off and see it how I like it. I did a few sample areas, and I'm still tossing that idea around. When we were looking for lights for this area, and I knew I wanted to light it up somehow, and I just wasn't sure, we looked at a few gooseneck lamps, and it seemed like they were too big, or the gooseneck came out too far, and I didn't like how they looked against the doors. So when we found this one, I liked how the gooseneck was much shorter. However, I didn't like there was a gold rim around a lot of the edging, and I didn't know what to do about that, so I took some sandpaper and I lightly went over all the gold trim. So you might be able to catch it from the camera a little bit, but hopefully it's not too pronounced. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this project come together. It's going to be 73 degrees in just less than 7 days from now. That means spring is right around the corner for us here in Central California. It's going to start heating up, and exciting times being able to get out in the garden without those cold temperatures. I probably shouldn't complain because I know a lot of you guys are still buried in snow. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.